Hey guys, how you doing? Gavin here with REI Network. Before we get going on this episode, if you're watching on YouTube, drop me a like, subscribe to the channel right now to get the latest stuff that I'm going to be bringing out. And if you're listening on the podcast, REI Network, make sure you subscribe to that also. Just as well, I just want to give a quick giveaway. If you want some of my free downloads, go to reinetwork.com/downloads, reinetwork.com/downloads. We've got a cold call script there. We have a lead sheet to keep you organized when you're talking to sellers, and also a one-page contract for you to start making offers today. All right, so let's get started. What I want to talk about today is building momentum, the importance of building momentum, right? This is really, really important. So I want to be talking about ways that you can structure and plan to help get that momentum built. All right, so let's dive straight in to this topic. So one of the first things that you need to do when we talk about structure and planning, there's a lot going on in this business. It doesn't matter if you've done deals, if you're brand new, okay, there's so much information. Where do we start, right? When we have do we start in the Fast Start Guide, Module 1? Do I start how to talk to sellers, how to make offers, how to comp properties, all these things? How do I follow up? What sequences to use, which CRM, which tools, which systems? You can see just that alone can get overwhelming, just me saying that. So you need to make sure that you're planning along the way, depending on what stage that you're at in terms of your investing. So putting down, building a plan, what I suggest is that you do this the night before. At the end of the day, try to plan for the next day. So, and this could be block booking time. I'm not micromanage every 15 minutes we need to change, but try and give yourself windows that you're going to be working your business. Now, some of you are on 9 till 5, some of you are full time. So it's going to be dependent, but you need to know if you get off at 5, by 5:30 to 7:30, you're going to dedicate your time to this business. It cannot be stop-start. Right? So if that's your time, maybe you're getting up early to prep a list, or you're going to be working in your lunch, or you're working this full time and you need to know, well, when should I look at emails? When should I contact buyers? When should I contact sellers? When should I do my follow-up? And the thing is that you need to get that plan ahead of time so that when you get on and you get in your groove, you're going to build that momentum, which is going to have a knock-on effect, whatever it is that you're trying to do. So I'm going to give you an example about talking to sellers, right? This goes from your VAs. If you have VAs pre-screening leads on something like Mojo or an auto dialer, or maybe you making your calls, because you should be doing 5 a day. Hopefully you all are trying to do that, and at least making 3 offers a day. But what you need to do is, once you set that time, say, right, I've got 2 hours, I'm going to call sellers for 2 hours, or I'm going to do an hour of sellers, and I'm going to make my offers. However you're structuring, whatever plan that you've put in place, you need to stay disciplined to that. And what you're going to do is, on the first phone call, if you're brand new or not, you're going to build momentum as you go through these calls. So call 1 to call 2 to call 3, you're going to get relaxed, you're going to get better, you're going to get more confident, and that is going to channel through to whoever that you're talking to, right? So make sure that you're doing that. When I have to do live calls in front of hundreds of people, if it's online, randomly, the first one's a little nerve-wracking, right? It's a little nerve-wracking. The heart's going, and what if it doesn't go well? So what? I'm just going to call the next one, and I'm going to call the next one. And I'm in call 3 or 4 or 5, I'm getting in my stride, I'm getting in the groove, and I'm building momentum. So that is when the time becomes you don't stop. When you build momentum, whether it's watching a module, right, and you're getting into it, don't just stop. You have to keep going, right? Because you're onto something. You're making headway. You're progressing, and you need to, if you have the time, to keep going and doing that. Now, we all have good days and bad days. Okay, I'm sure you can all pick them days out when you just want to stop and say, I don't want to. Today's just not my day, right? We have them days. I had one Monday, right? Monday was a disaster day just from the start. My dogs were play fighting in my office. They got caught up in the wire. My screen swung around, hit my coffee went over the keyboard, my mic, my laptop, all over my papers. I mean, it was just everywhere. It's going off off the sides, onto the rug. I mean, just everything just was started from there and then just got worse. And it's just one of them days where, you know, you just think, can we just start over again? Now, that's not the time to jump on the phone and for me to start trying to close sellers, right? Because I'm not in the right frame of mind. I've got an attitude. I'm not positive. And that is going to, when I'm irritated, that's going to come across on the phone with the sellers. And I definitely don't want to be doing that because I'm not going to get anywhere. I'm going to lose leads and I'm going to get more frustrated because it's not going how I want it to. So that might be a place where I just need to go and take 10 minutes, go and walk outside. I don't know, do something that you just try and need to reset before you get going. Now, on the flip side of that, some days when you're on it and you'll know what I'm talking about here. Like the days where you just like, today was just great. I don't know, everything I touched just worked. They're the days when that momentum is high, where you need to just drive on. And we use this through our acquisitions people as well. Like if they get 2 contracts in the morning, it's not like, hey, let's finish and go to the beach. It's no, how can we get more, right? The momentum's there, they're fired up, and they're like, I can get 2 more today, no problem. And then that's going to channel with their sellers. They're going to be more confidence on the phone. And that really, you know, channels across to the sellers. And it's the same with the VAs, okay? As another example, when the VAs are cold calling, some of you might be having a cold call VA and an admin VA to do the same task. I don't recommend that because I am a big believer is that, you know, people are better in certain positions. You would never hire me as an admin. I'm not organized enough. It's just not what I do. I like to be on the phone talking to people, trying to make money. And then the VAs are no different. But what happens is that when they start cold calling, let's say they're on for 3 hours of dial time, you don't want them stopping. When they get in a groove and the dialer's working and they start to talk to people, they're going to build momentum. Calls are going to start flowing. They're going to get comfortable with the script they're using. And then once they get a good lead, you don't want to just stop the dialer, pause, let's get this lead into the CRM, okay? Or let's go and work now some admin tasks and then we'll come back to the dialer because again, it's too stop-start. We don't want to do that. We want to make sure that momentum carries on. So they just keep tagging it and they go on to the next call, tagging, and then at the end of the shift, they move all their leads over accordingly after that 3-hour shift. Because then they build momentum. If you keep moving them off and pausing, it's just stop-start and you're not going to get the results. So make sure that you're not doing that, okay? So I just wanted to, like I said, do this video talking about this because you are going to get overwhelmed and you do need to stay focused, have a structure and a plan to stay disciplined too. Right? And then when it starts to work, you're going to build that momentum and you're going to stay on it. If it's not going well, leave it, go and do something else and come back to it. Don't try and fight it because you're just doing it because you feel you should be. Let's go and get back in the right frame of mind and have another go. Okay? So hopefully this helps, guys. This is, you know, what we try and work on with our team all the time. Is building momentum because that's how you're gonna, you know, knock down walls. That's how you're gonna build the business, do deals, take it to the next level. Is building that. All right. Hopefully this helped. Like I said, guys, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, RI Network with Gavin Timms, also the podcast, and I will talk to you all soon. Thanks. Bye bye.